Paul's journey to the island of Malta was part of a much larger story, one filled with trials, faith, and God's providence. It began in Jerusalem, where Paul was falsely accused of stirring up riots and defiling the temple. Arrested by Roman soldiers, Paul defended himself before the Jewish leaders and declared his faith in Jesus Christ. Facing death threats, he invoked his right as a Roman citizen to appeal to Caesar in Rome. This legal appeal is set the stage for a perilous journey across the Mediterranean. Paul was handed over to a centurion named Julius, who was responsible for transporting him and other prisoners to Italy. They boarded a ship, but the voyage quickly became treacherous. Strong winds forced them to dock at the port of Fair Havens. Paul, guided by divine insight, warned the crew that continuing the journey would lead to disaster. However, his warning was ignored. As they set sail again, a violent storm, known as a northeaster, struck, tossing the ship for days. The crew and passengers, overwhelmed with fear, began to throw cargo overboard to lighten the load. Paul, standing firm in faith, encouraged everyone to eat and assured them that no lives would be lost, only the ship. He revealed that an angel of God had appeared to him, promising their safety but insisting they must run aground on an island. After 2 harrowing weeks, the ship approached land. Following Paul's guidance, the crew cut the anchors and allowed the ship to drift toward the shore. It struck a sandbar and began to break apart, but all 276 passengers swam or floated safely to the island, just as Paul had foretold. The island was Malta. The local people welcomed the shipwreck survivors with great kindness, building a fire to help them warm up. As Paul gathered wood to feed the flames, a venomous snake suddenly bit his hand, clinging to him. The islanders watched, expecting Paul to swell up or drop dead, believing he must be cursed. But Paul simply shook the snake off into the fire and showed no harm. Time passed, and when he remained completely unharmed, the islanders were amazed. They quickly changed their minds, thinking he must be divine. Paul, however, used this miraculous moment to point them to the true God. He prayed for the islanders, and through God's power, many were healed, including the father of the island's chief. The people of Malta honored Paul and his companions, providing them with everything they needed to continue their journey to Rome. This story is a testament to God's protection over his servant and Paul's unshakable faith, even in the most dangerous circumstances. From his unjust arrest to his miraculous survival, Paul's journey to Rome demonstrates the power of God to guide, protect, and use his people to spread the gospel.